going to be a nice, soothing, gentle class. So you will need a blanket. Doesn't have to be a yoga blanket. Anyone will do. If you have a yoga blanket, that will be great. We'll use that towards the end of practice. And go ahead, we're actually going to start on our back. So I will demonstrate that in a few moments, but you guys can go ahead and just get settled on your mat into your space, lying on your back. And take a few moments to set yourself up however you need. And then eventually you'll reach that supine Shavasana position. You can allow your legs to take up a little more space than normal. Allow your arms to take up a little more space than normal. Hands can be palms face up if that's comfortable for you. But just listening to your body. And when you arrive there, go ahead and close your eyes. Closing your eyes to the outside world, bringing you a little more inward. And today, we're going to take things a bit slower. So often we can be really caught up in the things we need to do, especially now when so many things seem outside of our control. We can really be with ourselves and understand sometimes we can let go of the need to control, to push ourselves, to go more, to do more by a certain time or a certain date. So just lying down with those eyes closed, really feel your back on the mat. Notice that back side of your body fully touching the yoga mat underneath you. Feeling the yoga mat, and underneath the yoga mat, you have your carpet, you have your floor, and underneath the floor, even deeper, is the earth. Mother Earth is there to support us, to ground us. And as you breathe with the eyes closed, begin to notice your low belly rising, your mid belly rising as you inhale. And as you exhale, feel your mid belly, your low belly, navel sinks in towards the spine. Inhaling, the belly rises, expands side to side. And as you exhale, let the belly contract inward, feeling the breath all the way on your back body. Inhale, feeling that breath as it rises in your tummy, bringing some life to your legs, your arms, all the parts of your being. And as you exhale, let that breath move away from you, letting your body sink and relax a little bit deeper. And go ahead, just tune into the rhythm of your breath. With your eyes closed, feeling supported on the mat in this space, go ahead and just set aside anything that you might be holding on to, whether that's some tension in your body, knowing that's okay, whether it might be a little tightness or discomfort in your breath and your being. Maybe there's some things you're holding on to in your mind, the mental space that you just don't need right now. Knowing that after our time together, you'll still be able to go back to it. Before this practice, really just allowing yourself to have total presence. So go ahead, let's take 3 more breaths. Inhaling through your nose, and on your exhale, breathe out through your mouth, sinking deeper onto the ground. Inhaling, bringing some oxygen to all parts of the body. On the exhale, again, out through the mouth, sinking deeper, really nice. Last time. Inhaling through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Go ahead and taking your time, you can place your feet first on the mat, and then go ahead, inhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. You don't really have to pull too much, just use your hand on either shin as a little weight. Feeling the spine, the whole length of the spine on the ground. As you inhale, your belly rises up towards your legs, and as you exhale, the belly, the knees might sink a little bit deeper. Inhaling, the belly rises, and exhale, relaxing your belly, relaxing your shoulders, your jaw. One more time. Inhaling and exhale, release that. Go ahead, bring your feet down to the mat, then extend both your feet long. You can bring your feet together to touch, and when you're ready, let's inhale, sweeping our arms up above us, and exhale, reaching behind us. Let the arms relax on the mat. Inhale, the arms come up towards the sky, and exhale, they sink down towards our sides. Really nice. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. The palms can face in towards each other. And exhale, gently reaching overhead, relaxing the shoulders. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, and exhaling them down. Last time. Inhale, taking the whole inhale to wake up the arms, and exhale, reaching them behind you. Really nice. You can go ahead, interlace your hands. Your pointer finger can be straight. Let's inhale to reach tall along the front body, and exhale, go ahead and move both your hands over towards the right, and then eventually moving both your feet over towards the right, keeping the hips, the glutes on the mat, keeping the shoulders on the mat, getting a really nice side body stretch along that left side of the body. And as you breathe in and out, noticing if there's any areas you can just soften as we begin. Maybe that's the jaw, maybe it's the feet. One more breath. On your next inhale, let's go ahead and bring the hands and the feet back to center. Exhale, reaching up and over towards the left, walking both your feet over towards the left and letting your body sink. Enjoying this nice kind of crescent moon banana shape here. Really breathing along the whole length of that right side body, relaxing wherever you can, the head, the elbows, the midsection down towards your legs and feet. Just letting the breath soothe your body, soothe your mind, knowing you only need to focus on the breath and the sound of my voice. On your next inhale, the arms and the feet back to center, and exhale, soften. Inhale, the arms come up, and exhale, relax. Really nice. You can go ahead here. We're gonna invite some wind release movement. So on the inhale, let's hug in our right leg. Use your hands to kind of bring it in towards your body. Then exhale, release it long. Inhale, hugging in the left leg, just giving it a little squeeze. And exhaling it, release. Inhale, bring that right knee in, giving it a nice squeeze. And exhale, release it. Inhale, bring in the left knee, give it a nice squeeze. And exhale, relax. Great, last time. Inhale, bring in the right knee, give it a great squeeze. And exhale, soften and relax. Inhale, hugging in the left. And on the exhale, release it, feel the length of the hips relax. One full inhale, one full exhale, sinking deeper. Go ahead now, bring your knees to bend, the soles of the feet onto the mat. We're gonna invite some kind of windshield wiping movement. So you can go ahead, on your next exhale, let the knees fall over towards the right. Inhale, bringing them through center. Exhale, letting them fall over towards the left. They can be wide. And inhale, gently back towards center. Exhale, over towards the left. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, over towards the left. And inhale, rising up. Go ahead. Take two more on each side, moving with your pace of breath. Just kind of noticing where's the breath flowing, where are any sticky spots, and knowing that's okay. Really sending the breath to soften and relax any areas that might need a little more attention. We'll inhale back through center. Really nice. You can go ahead from here. We're going to walk our feet to the outside corners of the mat. And on the exhale, let our knees fall in towards each other. So this is really nice relaxation for the lower back. As you do this, relax the glutes. Relax the outside edges of the feet. Relax the hips. Relax the low back. One more breath here. taking your time, inhale your knees apart, exhale walking your feet together. Inhale once again. On your exhale, you're going to roll over towards your right side, taking your time. Press your hands into the ground. Let's inhale, rising back up. Really nice. And we're actually going to just turn right over, taking your time. We're going to find a child's pose. So let the knees spread wide apart. The feet can touch, and exhale, relaxing. And if this is too much for you, you're always welcome to put a blanket under your knees or a rolled up blanket behind your knees, and just settle in here, letting your forehead relax onto the mat, letting your spine be long, feeling the length from your sit bone as you inhale to the tips of your fingers, and as you exhale, just softening your fingers, your hands, your elbows, your shoulders. Relaxing on your next exhale, the side bodies, letting your hips soften. And it's okay if you feel a little bit tight. That's totally normal, especially given everything that's going on in life. Some days you might feel a little more ease, other days not, and that's totally okay. Go ahead and just rock your head side to side. You can keep your forehead on the mat, slowly getting a nice gentle stretch, softening the creases, that mental tension in the forehead, relaxing the head and neck. And then go ahead, pausing here and taking your time. Let's inhale, rising back up, and we'll find a comfortable seat. You're welcome to sit, prop yourself up on a block or blankets. If this is too much for you, go ahead, just bring your hands on your knees. You can close your eyes. Feeling your sit bones relax, your knees relax. And then inhale your shoulders up towards your ears and exhale them down and back. Inhaling and exhaling as we gently wake up towards the body. Really nice. Taking as much time as you need. There's absolutely no rush. You can circle your shoulders in the other direction, keeping your eyes closed if that's comfortable. A lot of times even just closing our eyes helps all the facial muscles relax. You can go ahead, pause it there, and on your next exhale, let your chin fall in towards your chest. And taking a few breaths here, getting a really nice stretch in the cervical spine. If comfortable, you can inhale your hands up, interlace your fingers on the back of your head, and just let your elbows become heavy. You're not pulling on your neck here, you're just using your hands as a weight to round and soften. Feeling that length along both sides of the spine, giving those muscles a nice stretch. On the exhale, relax your hands. Inhale, let the head and neck come up. Really nice. We'll continue to ease the neck. So on your next breath, let's inhale, feeling the length as if there was a thread attached to the crown of your head, letting the legs become heavy, moving away. You can go out on your exhale, turn your chin and neck gently to look over the right shoulder. Be careful not to protrude or push in. Inhale, the head and neck come back to center. Exhale, gently looking over towards the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale over towards the right, making sure your shoulders are relaxed as you do this. Inhale through center and exhale over towards the left. Inhale through center one more time. Exhale over towards the right, relaxing the shoulders as we inhale, head and neck back to center. Exhaling over towards the left. Inhaling back to center. Nice. And once again, on your exhale, you can let the chin fall in towards the chest, letting the cervical vertebrae lengthen. We'll invite some neck circles. On your inhale, let your right ear come to right shoulder, and if comfortable, exhale, rotating around, left ear to left shoulder, and back through center. Inhaling and exhaling. Go ahead, do a few more of these on your own, really breathing into the throat, to the sides of the neck, taking your time. And when you arrive back to center, we'll go ahead, taking the circles in the opposite direction, really breathing into all the nooks and crannies. It's Gently waking up the body, waking up the neck, relaxing the jaw, the eyes, and when you come back to center again, pause for a moment. And taking your time, let's inhale the head and neck up, really nice. You're welcome to take a few shoulder rolls if that feels good. And then we'll go ahead, pausing here, and we'll invite a little more movement with our arms. So go ahead, bring your arms out to the side, the palms face up. And when you're ready, we'll inhale, sweeping our arms up towards the sky, taking your time. And exhale, palms face down, letting your arms move through the air. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, letting your legs relax as you reach tall to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, really feel that energy moving side to side, left and right, broadening across the chest as you relax the arms. Really nice. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, shoulders are relaxed as you reach tall through the fingertips. And exhale, soften your arms as if you're moving through water, moving through jello, taking the time. Nice. This time we'll inhale, sweeping the arms up. And on your exhale, go ahead, dropping your right hand, tenting the fingertips. Let's inhale, reaching up, and then walking the fingertips out as you reach up and over. If comfortable, you're welcome to let your forearm come onto the mat. Be careful that your arm isn't too far back or too far forward. Really keeping it in line with your body. And breathing into the shape, allowing that left sit bone to anchor as you reach long along that left side body. The head and neck can relax. Maybe nodding yes, maybe nodding no if that's available to you. Really relaxing and easing. When you're ready, inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, go ahead, dropping the left hand, tenting the fingertips as we inhale, reach up. Walk the fingertips over. And if comfortable, you can bend your elbow onto that forearm again. Maybe reaching out with that right arm, letting it drape over, maybe nodding your head and neck yes or no. And if comfortable, you even begin to turn the heart towards the sky. But really just listening to your own body today. Letting the breath soothe the body, soothe the mind. One more breath, let's inhale, sweeping both our arms up. And exhale, gently relax, really nice. You go ahead now and kick the legs out in front of you. And then just take a few moments to pitter-patter the knees. Just breathing into that area. And then pausing the legs, and we'll bring some circles to our ankles. Circling in one direction with the feet, circling with the other direction, then pausing that here. On the inhale, flex your toes in towards you, and on the exhale, pointing them away. Inhale, flex, exhale, point. Inhale, flex, and exhale, point. Really nice. You can pause that for waking up the soles of the feet, bringing the circulation, the blood flow all the way to your toes. And if you have a blanket, you want to remove it now. We're going to do a little Dandasana. So go ahead, pull apart the fleshy parts of your sit bones so that you really feel your two sit bones grounded on the mat, flexing your feet in. And we're going to inhale, sweeping up our arms, reaching tall. We're going to take 3 breaths to arrive. So on your next exhale, go ahead, folding at the hips 1/3 of the way. Inhale, reaching out longer with the spine. Exhale, 2/3. Inhale again, exhale all the way down. It's okay if your knees are bent. Maybe you only get a little bit of the weight today, and that's totally fine. Really breathing in to your back body. Exhale, letting your whole spine, your head and neck round in the full expression. If you're able and you'd like to touch the balls of your feet, you're welcome to do that. Let the elbows bend. But if you're not there today, that's totally fine too. Inhaling fully and exhaling, softening. Go ahead and have 2 more breaths here, getting a nice stretch in the back of the legs, in the entire spine. When you're ready, we'll inhale, coming up, and then just exhale, pitter-patter your feet again. And from here, we'll invite a spinal twist. So you can go ahead, keep the left leg straight and bend in our right. If comfortable, you're gonna cross it over. If that's too much for you, just leave it in line. So the right foot can be on the outside of the left, maybe towards the shin, maybe a little bit higher. And once again, we'll inhale, sweeping our arms up, reaching tall in the spine, flex that left foot, and on the exhale, twisting over towards the right side, left elbow on the outside of the knee. And same thing, tent those right fingers in the back so that we inhale, reach tall through our spine, and taking your time, exhale, twist the low back, mid back, upper back. It's really important that we move with our entire spine. If you're comfortable, the head and neck can gently look towards the back of the room, but only go so far as that your breathing is smooth and steady, your mind is relaxed and focused. Breathing into all those organs in the mid-body. One more breath. And when you're ready, let's inhale, twisting back through center. Arms are up. We're going to take a counter twist. Exhale over towards the left side. Right arm inside the left leg. Left hand behind. And just gently look towards the back of the room if available. Getting a nice counter stretch. Then you can go ahead and exhale, just coming back to center. Kick out the legs and we'll take the opposite side. So when you're ready, go ahead, bend the left knee. Left foot crosses over the right if that's comfortable for you. Finding a place where you can still stack your hips in your spine. We'll inhale, sweeping up the arms, right toes are flexed. On the exhale, crossing over towards the left this time. Right elbow on the outside of the left. Left fingertips tented almost as a second spine so that you can really grow tall. And from that point of length, then you exhale towards the back of the room. Feeling your belly rise on the inhales. And exhale, relaxing inward. Inhaling and exhaling, letting your jaw relax, your eyes soften. And on your next inhale, let's come back through center, arms are up, and exhale over towards the right, counter stretch. Lengthen the spine, relaxing, open, just enjoying. And then you can go ahead on your exhale, coming back through center, kicking the legs out. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a hip opener because we've been doing a lot of folding and sitting. Go ahead and bend your knees so that your soles of your feet are on the mat. You're going to take your fists about 2 fist distance apart between the arches of your feet so that your hips are in line, your knees are hip distance apart, your feet are hip distance apart. Press down the heels and let's bring your hands behind, maybe about 6 to 8 inches. Relaxing down into the palms. Let's inhale to open the heart and exhale, soften. Inhale, opening the heart, and this time on the exhale, press into your feet, your hands, and rise your hips. And maybe you'll only get a little bit of the weight today, that's totally fine. Just taking your time, really feeling grounded with your feet and your hands. And if you're comfortable, you're gonna exhale, opening the head and neck. So same thing, keeping your hips open, keeping your throat open if that's available for you. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, and on the exhale, gently bring your chin in towards your chest. Let your hips sink down. And then from here, you're going to clasp behind the thighs. We're going to take a few rolls. So inhale, rolling back, and exhale, rolling forward. Inhale back, using your breath to move you. You don't need to muscle it or force it. This is really just to get a nice massage along the spine. Go ahead and take 2 more rolls at your own pace. And then we'll arrive at the top. Really nice. And from here you can either fold the legs and roll over top to find a tabletop. Otherwise, you can just bring your legs around the side and make your way there to our tabletop. And if you have sensitive knees like I do, once again, you're welcome to a blanket under your knees. So the palms are flat, all 10 fingers spread. Go ahead and relax your ankles if comfortable, and we'll invite some cat-cow. So on the inhale, let the belly drop, and the gaze rises. And on the exhale, rounding low belly, mid belly, upper. Inhale, relaxing, letting the gaze rise. And exhale, rounding, moving with your own pace of breath, maybe even closing your eyes for the next few cat-cows, going deeper, taking the awareness inward, really feeling the breath moving through your body, feeling the shape moving through your body. The yogis often say the health of the spine is an indicator of longevity. If we keep a healthy spine, a healthy core, it's much easier for all those organs in the midsection to breathe, our body to be supported, and for us to live a long and healthy life. And then you can go ahead, and when you come back to tabletop, finding a little bit of ease here, and then we'll go ahead and take some circles with our hips. Inhaling and exhaling. You're welcome to fold back as far as comfortable. Open your hips as far as comfortable. No need to force it or push it today. Just taking your time. And then you can go ahead and take those circles in the other direction. Inhaling and exhaling. Just enjoying these gentle movements on our joints. And when you come back to center, we'll pause on our tabletop. We're going to do a nice wrist opening exercise. So you can go ahead on your next exhale, take the left fingertips to twist around the outside and in to face the back of the mat. Let the palm be flat, and if comfortable, taking some rotations around the axis of your wrist. And this is too much, maybe your fingertips don't make it all the way back to face the back of the mat, and that's totally fine. And just breathing through, it can be really nice for the wrists, the palms, the forearms, taking the circles in the other direction if you haven't already, especially if you've been spending more time on computers, as I mentioned. And then you can go ahead, coming back to center. Exhale, spin your wrists back through the front, fingers face front, and then tuck your palm underneath so the front of your hand is on the mat. This is just a nice counter stretch. You don't need to put too much weight in here, but just opening and relaxing. Go ahead, inhale, palm faces front, and notice how your wrists might be feeling now. On your next exhale, let's spin the right fingertips to face in towards the knees. Let the palm be flat. And then same thing here, inhaling and exhaling some circles. And it's totally normal if one side is tighter than the other. For me, it's definitely my right. And just breathe a little bit deeper, letting your breath flow with the movements flow with the breath. You'll find if you tend to resist it, it becomes hard. Just allowing the breath to move, taking the circles in the other direction, feeling your inhale and your exhale. And then you can go ahead when you come back to center, spin your fingertips to face the front, and then exhale, tucking that hand underneath, just gently relaxing it. Letting the forearm, the palm, the fingers relax. Really nice. Inhale, flipping the fingers back down. Then on our exhale, we're just going to sit back to find a child's pose for a few breaths. And it's your choice here. If you want to keep your fingertips reaching out towards the front of the mat, then go ahead. If you want to exhale and bring the hands back towards the sides, palms face up. To get a little bit more rounding in the spine, letting the back of the shoulders broaden. You're welcome to do that. Go ahead and take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. inhaling, feeling your belly and your back expand. And as you exhale, just softening your jaw, your spine, your hips. Really nice. Inhaling and exhaling. And then you can go ahead, if your hands are behind you, we'll go ahead and inhale them back towards the front of the mat, pulling yourself up through tabletop. You're gonna go ahead, then tucking your 10 toes, and on the exhale, finding a nice gentle downward dog. And from here, you can bend and straighten your knees, alternating knees. The palms are spread wide so that your fingers, your palms really support you, letting your head and neck be relaxed. And then you can go ahead and finding stillness for 5 breaths. As you inhale, let your hips rise. Maybe bend your knees so that you can exhale and soften behind the legs. Letting your calves soften. Maybe they begin to lengthen and straighten. Getting a really nice stretch in the hamstrings. Letting the heels relax, particularly the inner heels for ladies. Inhaling and exhaling, let the head and neck maybe nod yes, nod no. And then you can go ahead, looking between your hands. And on your exhale, you're gonna walk your feet up to meet your hands, taking your time, taking even longer than you think you need, really feeling the texture of the yoga mat underneath, bending the knees deeply. And when you come to that forward fold, we'll pause here. Uttanasana, you can keep the knees bent, the head and neck relaxed. And if you like, you can bring your hands to opposite elbows. So you'll feel that can really help your spine to lengthen, creating space between the vertebrae. Maybe even nodding your head yes, nodding your head no. And then begin to feel the weight in your feet. And slowly, as you exhale, pressing down into the feet, letting the knees straighten slowly, with keeping that length in the spine. Feeling the calves lengthen, the back of the knees, the hamstrings. Go ahead, drop your hands to the ground. We'll take 2 breaths here. And go ahead, rocking forward into the toes, rocking backward into the heels, forward into the toes, backward into the heels. And then finding that stability, that evenness as you inhale, slowly rolling up to standing, vertebra by vertebra, stacking the knees on the ankles, hips on the knees, shoulders on the hips, head on the shoulders. Arriving into Tadasana. And then feeling strong in the feet, letting the knees soften. Maybe letting the palms turn towards the front of the room as you feel your shoulders relax. Feeling as you inhale, the feet press down. The spine is tall. And as you exhale, keeping that length growing taller, the shoulders relax. Anchoring down through the feet. Taking 2 breaths here. Feeling strong and steady. Feeling the energy we've created moving through our body, soothing any areas of tension or discomfort, finding that ease. And you can go ahead and bring your hands to your heart, inhaling and exhaling. One more time, inhaling and exhaling through your mouth. Letting go. Go ahead and relax your hands. And we'll just gently move side to side, rocking back and forth, back and forth. Just moving that energy side to side. And then we'll begin to make our way back down to the mat. Nothing too strenuous today. So coming towards the front of the mat, finding our Tadasana again. Maybe your big toes touch, maybe they don't. The hands come to our heart. And when you're ready, you can let the knees be soft as you inhale, sweeping your arms Bending the knees, folding the hips, and finding your Uttanasana. 3 breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Noticing if you can soften anywhere else in this round too. Maybe your jaw, maybe the back of your knees. And then from here, slowly bend your knees so that your palms can find the mat. And on your exhale, you're gonna walk your feet gently, gently back to a downward dog. And just take 3 breaths here, keeping the length along our spine. Our hips reach high, and as we exhale, let the heels sink towards the ground. It's not necessarily about the heels touching the ground. It's really just about that length in both our upper body and in our lower body behind the legs. And then you can go ahead. On your exhale, bring your knees down to tabletop onto the ground. So from here, we're going to do a little bit of gentle, gentle lunges. So really feeling your knees, your feet, your hands. Let's inhale. On the exhale, you're going to bring your right foot between your hands. You can scooch it up, and it'll come a little bit in front of your hands so that you can exhale, let your hips sink forward. And let's take 2 breaths here. You can tent your fingers, inhaling and exhaling. Let the hips open, really feeling that nice movement across the left front hip flexor. And if you're comfortable pressing down into both your front and back feet, you can inhale, sweep your arms up. Maybe your arms are towards the sky, maybe they're goalposts, maybe they're on your hips. And remember, this is our gentle practice. So taking your time, and when you're ready, you can go ahead and exhale, bring the hands down. And you're just gonna scooch this right foot around the outside, back to your tabletop. Really nice. Inhaling here, and on the exhale, we're gonna take the left, bringing the left foot between the hands. You can scooch it between the hands. Maybe it comes a little bit more forward so that when you exhale and let your hips relax down, your knee stays over the ankle. And same thing, you can tent your hands so that we're just slowly easing that right front hip flexor. Breathing into that space, exhale, softening. And if you feel comfortable, you can inhale, sweeping your arms up, keeping your hips low. Same thing, maybe hands on hips, maybe goalpost arms, maybe your hands just stay on the mat. It's totally fine for you. Inhaling, exhaling, sink a little bit deeper. Last breath, inhale, and exhale. Go ahead, place the hands down, and then scooch that left foot back down to our tabletop. And from here, we're going to find a child's pose. Again, a wide-legged, so walk your knees apart. Your toes can still touch. And just exhale, and relaxing the hips back. And maybe your hips don't make it all the way there. That's totally fine. Feeling your forehead relax on the mat, feeling your arms, your elbows, your shoulders relax all the way down your back, your legs. And then slowly we can inhale, coming back up into a tabletop. And taking your time, we're just going to sit over onto the left hip and then bring the feet out in front of us again. We're going to do one more pose before we make our way to the mat. So if you have a blanket underneath you, you might want to scooch that away. And then go ahead. This time we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. So same thing, you might want to start with scooching away any flesh underneath your sit bones, and then spread your feet wide. They don't have to be super wide, really just until you get some sensation. And then flexing the feet in. We'll inhale, sweeping our arms up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, we're gonna go halfway. Inhale, reaching long. Exhale. letting your hands come and rounding down. And maybe you don't get very far. That's totally fine. Just enjoying the dynamics of the breath moving through the body. If you're comfortable here, maybe try closing your eyes and noticing how turning off your eyesight can help you sink a little bit deeper. Allow you to feel into your body. Allow you to feel into your breath. And you can slowly, on your inhale, rising up, bringing your feet together. You can pitter-patter the knees out again. And then we're going to take our blanket and we're going to fold it now so that it's done. We'll use it for a gentle heart opener later. So you'll have your blanket, whether it's a yoga blanket or otherwise, in sort of a rectangle, and then you're going to roll it in a nice, tight little roll here. So it's almost like a little fixed snake. And you can just place that off to the side for a few moments. And once you've done that, go ahead, bend your knees, feet on the ground, grasping behind your thighs. And on the exhale, just rolling down, letting your upper body relax. Go ahead, inhale, hug your knees in towards your chest again. And we can kind of rock side to side here, letting the low back relax, the mid back relax. If you want to take some circles with your knees, you're welcome to do that. And then you can go ahead and place the soles of the feet on the mat. We're going to bring our arms wide to the side. Inhale, lift the hips, and exhale, scooch them off to the left a little bit. Inhale, lift the feet, and then exhale, let them fall over towards the right for nice spinal twist. You can use that right hand on the knees if comfortable. And maybe exhale, let your head and neck fall over towards the left. And breathing deeply into this posture, letting your shoulders relax, making their way towards the mat as both your knees stack on top of each other towards the right. Feeling your belly expand on the inhales and exhale, relax wherever you can on the exhale. You can take 3 more long breaths here. And when you're complete, go ahead. On your next inhale, the knees come back to center. Place the feet down. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, they scooch over towards the right. Knees lift, and on your next exhale, they fall over towards the left, stacking knee on top of knee. You're welcome to use that left palm on top of the legs. And then just gently exhale. Your head and neck may fall towards the right if comfortable. And breathing into the shape. Allowing maybe your eyes to close. Your head, your neck, your shoulders to soften. Your knees to be relaxed towards that left side, the length of the spine. Just feel as the breath rise and fall. Rise and fall. here. And when you're ready, we'll inhale the knees back to center. And exhale, the feet are on the mat. We'll do a nice modified pigeon or figure 4 hip opener here. So go ahead, leave the left foot on the mat. Let's inhale, lift the right, exhale, cross the right ankle about 2 inches below the left knee. The right knee falls open. Flexing that foot, you're welcome to stay here if this is enough. If you want to inhale, lift the left foot and thread your hands through that 4 shape. You can clasp them behind the thigh. And using your exhale, you just gently guide that left knee in as your right elbow pushes the right knee open. Go ahead, relax your shoulders here. This can feel a little intense, but if you use your breath, keeping it long and steady, breathing into any areas of tightness, imagining the knots in your muscles dissolving, imagining the cells receiving all that oxygen and relaxing into that piriformis muscle and the hip, letting the low back relax. And go ahead and have 3 more long breaths. Seeing if they can be the longest breaths of your practice yet. When you're ready, you'll exhale. Release the hands if the foot is lifted. Left foot comes down. Undo the right. This time the right foot stays down. Let's inhale, lift the left, and exhale. Left ankle 2 inches below the right knee. Left knee falls out as you flex the toes. And maybe you stay here. As always, that's an option. If you'd like to go deeper, let's inhale, lift the right foot and thread your hands behind, clasping them behind the thigh. And just taking a few breaths to settle in here. Inhale, you can gently guide in that left knee. Exhale, the left elbow gently opens the left knee. And you might be feeling some sensation. That's totally normal. It means you're alive. The breath is activating the muscles. Maybe even closing your eyes here if you feel comfortable. Noticing if you can let your hip release, your low back release. Maybe if that's feeling tight, your shoulders or your jaw can relax. And we'll go ahead and have 3 final full breaths. Breathing into the hips, the low back, and exhale, just softening wherever you can, just tiny, tiny bits. And on your next exhale, go ahead and let that right foot come down. If it's lifted, under the hands, undo the legs. You can extend the legs, shake them out a little bit. And then you can go ahead, taking your bolster roll, going to lift up a little bit. And essentially the bolster roll, as we're laying down, is going to go right underneath the shoulder blades. So go ahead, just gently place it along your mat. And then guide yourself with your hands as you exhale over the bolster. So you really want to have your shoulders on the mat. Your arms will open to a T so that you get a nice heart opener, and you can extend the legs once you've found that place. And if it feels a little uncomfortable, go ahead and just adjust it.
There will be a nice place right underneath the shoulder blades, ladies. It's kind of right on your bra strap. And then maybe your legs expand a little bit more if comfortable, so you can let the hips, the legs relax. Your palms are face up, and maybe let the eyes relax. This is a really nice heart opener. You can let the shoulders, the back of the shoulders relax onto the mat. As you inhale, feel the whole front of the body expand up, expand out. And as you exhale, your belly button sinks down towards your spine, the hips, the legs relax. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling a really nice opening across the chest, side to side, left to right. Noticing as you inhale, scan your body. If there's anywhere you're still holding tension on the exhale, sending the breath to those areas and softening. Inhaling, bringing in all that good oxygen, all the healing energy. Now as you exhale, sending it maybe to your heart, your hips, your hands, your feet, wherever. You can use a little extra TLC right now. And if you'd like to stay here a little bit longer, you're welcome to do that. If you even want to bring the soles of your feet together for a butterfly on the lower legs, you're welcome to do that. You can stay in this variation of a fish pose for your final Shavasana. If you like the more traditional corpse pose, go ahead. Bring your arms down, push into your hands just enough to scooch away the blanket, and then exhale, lowering down completely onto the mat. Go ahead, feel the earth underneath you, feel supported. And wherever you are, let your eyes be closed. Let your entire body be soft and at ease, letting go of any and all effort. There's nothing to do here, nowhere to be but right here, right now. As you breathe, let your feet relax, let your legs relax, let your hips relax. Let your belly and your back relax. Let your shoulders relax. Let your arms relax all the way down to your fingertips. Relax. As you breathe, letting your neck relax. Your jaw is soft. Your teeth are soft. Your tongue flounces in the back of the throat. Let your eyes be relaxed. Sink into their sockets as all the creases in your forehead just soften and disintegrate, letting your entire scalp, your entire head relax. Let your entire body relax and enjoy these moments in Shavasana. You're perfect right here, right now. however and whatever shape you're in. You're welcome to stay here as long as you like. Resting in this state of pure consciousness. If you're ready, to slowly come out of the posture, you can begin to deepen your breath. And taking your time, if your legs aren't already, extend them long. Bringing some gentle movement to the feet, the toes, the fingertips. Breathing in to your body. If you'd like, you're welcome to hug your knees in or stretch overhead, just being conscientious of any props that you might still have. And taking your time, slowly you can bend your knees so that the soles of your feet are on the mat. And on your exhale, go ahead, fall to one side, resting for a few moments in this fetal position. Maybe keeping your eyes closed if you feel comfortable. Press into your hands and inhale to rise back up to a comfortable closing seat. You can go ahead and bring your hands to your heart, noticing the breath, how it soothes your body, how it soothes your mind. And at any time throughout your day, you're welcome to tap into this breath, really taking the time to fully be present to the inhale, noticing as it rises in your belly through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, the breath moves through the entire being, relaxes your belly, your back down to the feet. Noticing you have the wherewithal, the power, the strength within you to tap into this breath, to adjust your mode of being, your mood, to relax the body, relax the mind. Taking a moment of gratitude to thank yourself for practicing today, for showing up, for setting aside the time amidst everything that's going on in the world. Acknowledging yourself for being, for all that you do and are. And I acknowledge you too. Thank you all so much for practicing. Namaste. And even if I can't see you live, it's an honor to share yoga with you and for you to share with me. Go forth with peace and ease the rest of your day.